So today I've got something from my friend Steve, which is not a sound craftsman. He did bring me another one. Apparently he met a guy who had bought a bunch of these over the years, and apparently some of them didn't work or stopped working. And he recently contacted Steve because Steve had one of the older MA 5000, I don't remember which model, but it's the one with the meters. And the guy wanted one with meters and gave him two that didn't work for it. And Steve, who's getting to be a pretty good technician in his own right, got one of them working, but he brought me the other one, and it's in stunning physical condition. It looks like it just came out of the box. He said it had wood panels on it that were flawless, but he took them off because he said I'd be taking them off anyway. But what he did bring me was a Bose Wave radio, this guy right here. Now, I plugged it in, it's totally dead. That's usually a lot easier to troubleshoot than something that is just partially working. So let's take a look at this thing and see what we can figure out. Okay, so I've got this plugged in, and when I hit the power button, nothing happens. So we're gonna have to pop it open, see if it's as simple as a blown fuse, and see what the power supply is doing, if anything. I checked a few voltages. I checked the AC voltage coming in. This thing is off. I always have to look and check. But anyhow, I checked the AC voltages coming into the transformer. I couldn't dig down in the transformer with my probe like I usually do. Wouldn't get quite in there, so I pulled it off. I had my 120 volts coming in. I checked some of the AC voltages coming out of this connector here. They look good. Checked a few, this regulator, and checked the bridge rectifier. It's getting DC here. And then I took a look at this ribbon connector I pulled out. There's a connector that pulls out from here, which is this guy. And I looked at this, and if you can see, it looks like there's a couple of pins bent here. And I don't know if that happened when I moved this or if it was like that before, but I'm going to straighten these out and see if it changes anything. I tried to find a replacement ribbon cable for this Bose radio, and I checked by doing a search on the manufacturer, which is Sumitomo, stamped on the cable, and the part number. And then you need to specify how many conductors there are. And on these, there are 21. It was almost impossible to find anything with 21 conductors. I did find a company that was selling these cables for this specific Bose radio. So I decided I would buy one from them. And when it arrived and I took it out of its package, I found that it too was also damaged. So I contacted the company, and they were, well, let's just say a little suspicious that maybe I had damaged it. And I get that. There are people who will damage something and then call the company and go, oh, I got it like this. And I won't do that. And setting aside the ethical reasons I won't do that simply because it's wrong, I won't do it because I depend on having vendors to buy parts from. And if everybody starts doing that, these vendors are going to quit. What's the point of dealing with something like that? So that's not something I will do. Anyway, they did send me a replacement at no cost, which I have not yet opened. I'm going to open on camera, and we're both going to see what the deal is with this. Let me see where the cable is, because I don't want to damage it taking it out of the envelope, because that will be on me. Let's see. All right. And we have our cable here somewhere. Okay, in an advertising envelope. Why not? The envelope, please. Okay. And this cable's a little squonky here at this end, as you can see. And this end looks fine. I think if we're careful, we might be able to get that one seated. I suspect these are old cables, and the adhesive that holds these conductors down is probably drying out or giving up the ghost after a certain amount of time. But I'm going to see if we can get this cable inserted and see if that was the entire problem or if there was something else that happened when something else that happened to the unit that I haven't found yet. It appears the only problem in this was the ribbon controller. The radio works. I'm just going to put it on now. I don't have a station tuned in, so you're just going to hear static. But the radio does work. I'm able to tune stations in.
Had called me off the couch.
So if I put it on aux and I play a CD, the thing works. So I'm a little confused. So Steve wouldn't have taken it apart unless it wasn't working. So somebody else took it apart. But that was the only problem. And I'm sure it occurred when they took it apart. So I'm not sure what happened here. I'm not sure if somebody decided, oh, let me recap this, and they took it apart, but nothing was recapped. So I have no idea what happened to it, but the whole problem was that ribbon controller. And the second one I got looked like it was a little iffy, but I was able to use it. The first one I got, I think, would have been a real problem. And by the way, you can buy these all day long for $15 or $20 on eBay. I think I paid $20 to have this cable sent here. However, that eBay price does not include shipping. And I just wanted to get this working. So I did buy another one, which came with the remote for $15 or $20. So I'm going to take a look at that one. I think it powered up. I don't remember. But anyhow, that's all there is to this. It was just that ribbon controller. The company I got these from, and they did stand behind it. They were questioning me, but anyway, they are USAV. They seem to be nice folks. They sent me this second one at no charge. So I was pleased about that. And that was the only problem with this. So now I'm going to put it all back together and put it on the shelf and probably take a look at that Sound Craftsman. Anyhow, as always, I thank everyone for watching, and I like giving back to the community that's given me so much. Thanks, everyone.